How is it that a family would have three successful musicians? Jeff Porcaro, the famous late-great drummer, Mike Porcaro, his bass-playing brother, who we also lost a few years ago, and our special guest, Steve Porcaro. Maybe the answer is their dad, Joe Porcaro. We talk about that and a lot more coming up. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Music. Having a percussionist as a dad is pretty cool. If it's Joe Porcaro, it's even cooler. This is a guy who's played with a lot of different folks. Natalie Cole, Stan Getz, Freddie Hubbard, Gladys Knight, The Monkees, Frank Sinatra, Sarah Vaughan, and having sons like Mike, Jeff, and Steve Porcaro. The latter is our special guest. What was it like growing up with your dad? When you have three guys that do what you guys did, there's something going on in that house.
You know, you might easily think there was some kind of great Santini thing going on where we were practicing at gunpoint or something like that, which so wasn't the case. And believe me, my parents did everything they could to, I'm talking about me now, to get me to practice. They offered to pay me to practice, and I still wouldn't. You know, when it got really hard, when my lessons got hard, I just couldn't focus. I really had trouble focusing. You know, I'm quite sure I had some kind of undiagnosed attention deficit stuff going on. But it was really hard for me to focus. The only reason I've ever kind of pulled through and was able to make a living out of this is that I never gave up. I'd stop with a teacher, but then I'd start with another one. You know, my dad would have some other friend in the studios he was bartering with, some great keyboard player who would want my dad to teach their kid. And my dad would say, sure, you want to teach my kid? And we'll just, trade off. And they'd go, sure. And, some of them were good teachers and some of them were horrible teachers. They may have been great players, but, my dad was writing drum books and had a curriculum and was a true teacher, where these guys would go, what do you want to do? People like, what did he do to get us kids to all be successful in the music business? Really, he didn't do much other than just be really supportive. 11th birthday. I think it was my 11th birthday, 11th Christmas. At that time, I wanted Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and there was this shooting gallery thing a toy company made. And I got those things. But I also got this organ, this Ream organ, which I never would have dreamed of asking Santa for that. And that was way too high price a ticket for our family. And my dad got me this organ and this little amp, and I just was definitely the best Christmas ever, And then one time I forgot, I was just getting into junior high, I think, and he took me to Guitar Center and I got a Farfisa organ. I upgraded to a Farfisa. I always wanted a Hammond, but at the time I upgraded to a really cool Farfisa, and he got me a Leslie speaker, you know what I mean, with the preamp. So got a really cool Hammond sound for being a little portable Farfisa and stuff, and that's what I played all the dances with.
Well, that's the end of our conversation with Steve Porcaro. I hope to get Steve back on the show. He's always willing to talk. He's just probably the nicest guy I've ever talked to. And it's been great through the years getting to know him a little bit. Not just as a musician, but as a friend. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. And if you can, buy a t-shirt. It helps us buy better equipment. Links in the description of this video. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music.